I realized that Nigerians are just pretenders. They think I'm an ashawo. I think this current generation, we got it wrong because we talk too much. We don't know when to shut up. Everything we're feeling right now, our mothers felt it, but they didn't talk. There was no social media. No, calm down. To plan wedding is not easy. Who is easy, baby? Hi guys, my name is Okoro Blessing in Kiroka, and you're watching Off Camera with Instablog Niger Media. My name is Okoro Blessing in Kiroka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO, the number one most controversial certified relationship and mental expert. Being a relationship expert is being able to navigate and help you through your emotional problems. Just like when you're a medical doctor, they help you through your medical issues. So a relationship therapist is that one that can help you understand what you're going through mentally, help you diagnose those things you don't understand. Because in this part of the world, we underrate mental abuse because it's not something people see. You are not bruised. And sometimes, no matter how you explain to people how you feel, they don't seem to understand. So a relationship therapist is that person you talk to, and the person can help you navigate and tell you, this is how it is, and before it gets medical, it gets mental first. Before you start to have migraine or headache, something is stressing you out. There's something you're thinking about. Anything that breaks out into a full-blown sickness, they've been a mental health issue, something you're not talking about, something that is bothering you, something that is worried. That's what expands into any kind of stuff, stress and all those stuff. So a relationship expert will help you explain all those emotional buhaha that you do not understand, break it down and help you navigate. Because once you are emotionally stable, you can do well. When people tell you that a lot of people are mental, it's not because you're mad and raving around the streets. It's because your emotions are overwhelming and you do not know how to navigate. So that's what relationship therapists do. You come and talk to us. But the disadvantage right now, why it looks as if relationship therapy is not striving, is because of religion. That thing you tell your pastor, it's not your pastor you're supposed to tell. You're supposed to talk to a therapist. That's why you see sometimes pastors, they don't even know what to do. If you go and tell your pastor right now, oh, my husband is not good in bed, so and so, he doesn't know what to tell you. His part is to religion, spirituality. But because the common Nigerians are not used to therapists, they will carry an emotional problem to a spiritual man. And that's why when you're going through something bad, pastor will be telling you to pray until they finally buy you in the marriage. Because he doesn't understand emotion. If you go and tell your pastor now, this is what my husband is doing to me, you say, oh, Holy Spirit, the devil wants to scatter your home, but that's not true. So that's why you see a lot of women enduring in marriage. It's because the pastors don't even understand emotions. But if you come to me, I will break it down and tell you what the problem is. And trust me, when I'm talking, you'll be nodding your head because it's as if I can go into your head and understand all your emotional problems. So that's what relationship therapy is all about. When you start talking to yourself, when you get confused, when you do not know your left to your right, when you have that thing in your head, you're over questioning yourself. Is it supposed to be like this? Is it not supposed to be like this? Does this man love me? Does this woman love me? When you have those tiny, tiny questions of uncertainty in your head, it's time to talk to a therapist. Interesting question. Divorce. I used to be married, and I dated my ex for 4 years, and we married only for 1 year and 4 months. So when I came out of the marriage, I was anxious to know why this marriage didn't work. Because while in the marriage, I had a lot of unanswered questions that I couldn't even, everybody seemed not to understand, right? So it was a bit to start, sourcing for solution. And there's some questions I get to ask. People make it look like it is weird, I started seeking for solutions. I started by going to churches, reading books. Then I decided to open a page called Break or Makeup because I realized that a lot of people have so much bottled up inside, but they don't have anywhere to share. So I'm going to proudly boast and say I was one of the first people who opened a relationship blog in Africa. Break or Makeup. I started with Insta blog. Yes, I started with Insta blog. Before That was a few years ago. So when I started that blog, the blog was just for you to just come and speak out your mind. I started with my story, told my story. By the time I woke up the next day, I saw emails, and that was how the blog blossomed. And it was very obvious that a lot of people are looking for where to speak. So I get to post a lot of people's story anonymously, and they get like general advice. And then while I was running that blog, he had a blog and he had my personal page. I used to be Kinky Girl as of them, not Blessing CEO. So I realized I was getting a lot of engagement in the blog. So what I do most times is when I post a story, I will go and comment. Me that owns the blog will go and comment with a different page. And I realized that people were so, if I don't comment on the page, people, where's Kinky Girl? Where's Kinky Girl? Because my comment is always brutal. I've always been blunt and controversial. So I now told myself, these one people are, always eager to hear my own point of view. Why don't I do this stuff professionally? So that was how I started studying and went to schools and got my professional certificate, and that's it. I don't know what, because people feel like they don't like you, their opinion, it doesn't take away your certification. When you're certified, you went to different schools. I have like 3 certificates on relationship counseling. Yeah, maybe during I could just send it to you guys to flash it. So I'm actually certified. Relationship, therapy, counseling, sex, psychology. I have all the certificates. But definitely, I don't need to put out that to prove a point, because when you go to the hospital, you do not tell the doctor, show me your certificate before you operate me. I don't know if you get. So there are certified courses that you can actually run, right, to make you a professional. It doesn't mean you cannot do it. It's just to take yourself to the next level in case you want to get into the international markets. But you can start like a normal, talking before you get the certificate. So I do have a certificate. Let's say 2-3 years. 3 years. It's been wonderful. I realized that Nigerians are just pretenders. They want therapy, just that most of them can't even afford it. If I decide to give free therapy today, in fact, my official phone used to blow. They want, but they've not gotten to the point whereby they will say, oh, I want to pay for this. So my major clients are people who are outside the country. Let's say 80% of my clients are outside the country, then 20% are in Nigeria, because people outside the country understand what therapy is all about. So Nigerians are still coming around. In this part of the world, they judge you. Yes, some people saying, I cannot talk to Blessing, no, she's not married yet. Oh, I cannot talk to Blessing. So they personalize, right? I used to tell them relationship therapy has nothing to do with your relationship. It's a course. The way you go and study medicine, that's how you study it. But, I think the Nigerians have not come to that mental state. But trust me, behind closed doors, I'm one person they always run to. Listen, I need help. If I open my DM for you, you're going to run. Those same people that claim that they don't like Blessing, once they have a little problem, Blessing is the first person that they want to seek her opinion. So that's the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing. Controversy can break. Controversy is me. For me, I used to say controversy is my strategy to break into the market. So it has never broken me in any way. And in the social media space that we found ourselves today, because of the toxicity, you need controversy to break through, except they are going to throw you, behind closed doors or throw you at the back. Now, I think a lot of people don't understand what controversy is. Let me break it down. Controversy is not going with the norm. When people say A, you are trying to understand why they are not saying B. People always say Blessing is always on the wrong path. No, I'm not a bandwagon. If you ask a lot of people why they are following A, they don't know. I'm one person that question, right? That is the problem. So that is controversy. And for you to be good at what you do as a relationship therapist, you need to be able to find out both A, B, and C. You must not be static-minded. And that is what has given me the niche. Take it or leave it, I'm one of the most popular relationship therapists. If I ask anybody to mention 5 therapists, they don't know. 5 in Nigeria. I don't think you can call it, not pastors. I'm talking of therapists. So controversy has helped me navigate, say those uncomfortable truths. Why is Blessing always viral? I say something that even within you, is true, but you're not comfortable talking about it. So sometimes the controversy is, this guy get mind. You discuss me in your private zone. Have you seen what Blessing posted? But it's only me that have the guts to say it. So that's the reason why I chose controversy, so I can be able to, dive into all the uncomfortable topics, answer all those questions in your head. So controversy for me is a strategy, and that's my brand. If you take away controversy, I'm going to be very boring. So I'm going to say it made me, it didn't break me. They think I'm an ashao. And the problem is, a lot of people have sexualized every occupation. It's not just me. If you're an interior designer, if you're an actor, they've sexualized. I think that's the perception. And people feel like I'm too young. There's a perception of therapists a lot of Nigerians have. You must be wearing glasses. That street old woman that will keep her glasses here. I switched the game, right? So they have a wrong perception. This girl is young. Oh, blessing, never talk with you. They fine. Oh, blessing, you're single. I cannot leave you with my husband. I think that's the misconception. They just feel like a lot of people want to use therapy to hide and do all that stuff. But that's not true. Absolutely not true. Because in every profession, we have men that do not have self-control, and you have the ability to say no. So I think the misconception is that they feel like, okay, because the therapist is young and interacting with people, you might just be a prostitute. That's a misconception. I think this current generation, we got it wrong because we talk too much. We don't know when to shut up. Everything we're feeling right now, our mothers felt it, but they didn't talk. There was no social media. That every slight opportunity you have with your husband, because you have followers, you come out and they were more like a small community where you can go and meet some elders in your village that will just make it work. But right now, because we're exposed, they've told us that what a man can do, a woman can also do. So we are dragging might and power with men. Actually, when we became independent, independence is one thing that I've actually partook. It has saved women and it has broken women, because many women do not know how to manage independence. And in those days, our parents worked because no matter what happened, you still have to go to your husband. So you have no choice than to make that marriage work, because at the end, your husband is like a denim god. But in our generation, because I'm working and I'm earning money, even if I'm quarreling with my husband, what do I need to go back for? Because I can sustain. You have to go back to your husband then for money for your children's school fees. So I think it's the independence. A lot of us do not know how to manage it, because once a lot of women are independent, they begin to rub might, they begin to rub shoulders with men. So that's what I feel. And most times I always preach. Most women come out and tell me, blessing, why is it that a lot of men get uncomfortable once their wives are successful? It connects to this question, and they're like, such men are red flags. And I say to those women when they come for counseling, your husband is not afraid of you being this thing is in my eye, there's a hair in that brush, please remove the hair, it's entering my eye. Okay. A lot of women come and say that whenever a woman becomes successful, the man gets very insecure. You will see most men want to bring you down. Even if you have a certificate, they want to keep you in the house. And I tell those women when they come for counseling, it's very simple. No man is intimidated by your success. They are only afraid of the masculinity that comes with success. Because when a woman starts to make money on her own, she automatically becomes a man. Once you can provide, once you are that provider, you automatically become a man. You will see yourself subconsciously dragging might. Because at the end of the day, what makes a man powerful is the ability to provide. That is what gives him that mantle. Eve did not walk in the Garden of Eden. God just created her to come and enjoy wealth. But ability when women have started walking, it now makes, once a man and a man is in a particular place, there's definitely going to be conflict. So I used to tell women, no matter how much you have, just remember to be soft. Remember that you are a woman. Because once you start to show your husband that might, oh, my salary is bigger, he will do everything. Either he starts to cheat and look for a woman that is softer, or he leaves the marriage. So I think that is where we have that glitch. Let's be conscious as independent women, and marriage will work, and reduce what we say. Because it's so easy for us to just rush to the media and explain ourselves. And the media don't give a damn about you. Anything you say on the media is entertainment. We'll take it, we'll analyze, So until women learn to shut up. And some people are going to say in this video, blessing, why will you tell women to shut up? What if they are dying of depression? And I ask you, has social media helped you in any way in your marital affair? No, it hasn't. It hasn't helped you in any way. What social media does, it's practically just expand. And many of those women who run to social media don't want to leave their marriages. It's just that anger at that point, that fume. At the end of the day, they don't want to leave their marriages. So I'm going to say, let's talk less. And always remember that we are women, no matter how rich or how independent we are. Talk to a therapist. Talk to people you trust. Talk to people you respect. Before you marry a man, find out one person that he respects. If your husband doesn't respect anybody, then why are you married to him? There must be. So social media doesn't help. Have you ever read the comment section when somebody brings their marital issue? It is brutal. If you are not strong, you will get more depressed. Because a lot of people don't. Why you they cry? How person go set camera they cry? Hey, how you take video when the thing they happen? Hey, you even get time to even get, this your tears. Oh, now you make you wear hair bonnet. Oh, they are just analyzing. They don't give a damn. Very rare before you see a constructive advice on the comment section. Everybody is catching cruise. Everybody is checking. Now this you they cry. This your tear no drop well. Oh, nothing. So if you're going through marital issues, what if there was no social media? Find people you trust. Social media is just entertainment. You don't bring it here. Go to your pastors. If your husband respects your pastor, go to him. If your husband respects his father, go to him. He must have one person that he respects. Talk to them. But coming on social media has nothing, absolutely nothing. There's nothing social media is going to do. If it's something that is critical and it has gotten to a point of the person wants to take your life, go to the police. Social media is not the police, please. Go to the law. Because at the end of the day, when you come to social media, there's more damage in this place. So I don't believe, except you just want to be entertaining us. At the end of the day, when you fell in love, you did not come and tell us. When people are breaking up, don't tell us. Even if something happens to you today, most of the people that were late, that are late now, the women that we've lost, if they had come out before they kicked the bucket to come and tell us that they were going through, some people will still laugh. That's the honest truth. So once you understand this is entertainment, and women, we need to be careful when you are marrying. Find that man, find that person here. Don't go and start doing, I'm in love. I'm in love with him. That's our problem. Just look for that one person that if it goes wrong, there's what is called respect. Every man have that one person he bows to. It can be his guy in his office. It can be his mother. It could be, just find that one person. And in marriage also, you must learn how to navigate your issue. Everything is not third party. If you have to be bringing a third party, then you are not in love. That's the honest truth. You should be able to marry somebody that you can sit down. But when it goes bad, either you talk to a therapist, you can talk to your pastor, or you just talk to somebody that is close to you. But social media is a no-no. They don't give solution. It's just noise. If you read comments, you can even go more depressed. I didn't say they shouldn't talk to a pastor. I said they are not supposed to talk to pastors based on their emotional issue. Why did I say talk to your pastors? How many therapists do we have? If I say don't, I'm not being realistic. Almost everybody are in church. Do you understand? They already see their pastors. They have counseling in church. As if you cannot, some people don't know what therapy is. If I'm saying talk to a therapist, I'm not being relatable because it looks as if I just want to sell myself. How many therapists do we have in Nigeria? How many therapists do they even know? But when you say pastors, it's better you run to your pastor because that is where, if you understand talking to, but pastors don't help emotionally. But pastor can actually stabilize what is happening in your home because if you complain about your husband now, he can just call your husband to order and say, okay, what is going on? Give you guys that conducive environment to at least analyze the problem, give a soft landing for you guys to go back home and talk about it. So you can talk to your pastor, you can talk to your fathers, you can talk to your elders. It doesn't mean that anybody you're comfortable with, you feel like you can talk to your boss, he respects. Because at this point, we're not talking about just them. We're talking about somebody he can listen to. If I say talk to a therapist, what if your husband doesn't want to listen to blessing? I don't know if you get. So it has to be somebody he respects in the circle first before any other thing. One thing about love people should take seriously that is underrated is communication and comprehension. I'll break it down. Communication is learning how to talk, how to express yourself. Because I've realized in my career that people keep talking to people, but they never talk to their spouses. I realized that sometimes a lot of people come for therapy and tell me a lot of things that their spouses have never heard before. When you have things like couples therapy, the man will be looking at the woman so shocked. I had one couple that came and the lady had complained that ever since she got married to her husband, she has never gotten to orgasm for close to 14 years. When we were done talking, I asked her, will your husband be open for a couple therapy? She said yes. We fixed the date, the husband came and I asked her, okay, can you tell me what you told me when your husband was not here? Let's not look like, let's be like, it took her about 5 minutes to say it. She now said, blessing, you can tell him yourself. I said, no. That's the beauty about couple therapy. Nobody's gossiping. You're saying it right in the person's face. She now said she was reluctant. I now asked the husband, you've been married for close to 14 years. Your wife says she has never gotten to orgasm. And the man looked at her and said, honey, hold on. And said, honey. She said, yes. You mean since our marriage you've not got to? She said, yes. He now asked her, what do you used to do in bed? Every time I'm making love to you, you're always the one saying you are coming, right? For every time she talks about her husband, oh, you're so good in bed. Whenever they're making love, you're so good in bed. She said she had to lie to boost his ego. How am I supposed to know? You came to tell a therapist that I have not satisfied you. But to me, you're telling me I have satisfied. Am I a magician? Communication. So she said it was to boost his ego. No, once you're in love with people, communicate. A lot of people don't know what to do. Like I used to say, who even taught us how to make love? This thing now, Ogbojuwe, we learn for streets. Nobody actually sat anybody down to lecture them. Everybody's just evolving. So if you feel like there's a particular space you want your husband to do, you tell him. That's communication. Comprehension is learning how to listen. Because there are some people that even while you're communicating with them, they are waiting to argue. They're not hearing what you're saying, no. They are waiting to give response. Communication and comprehension. When you love people and they are talking, communication. That love makes you want to comprehend because you want to know where they are coming from. You want to understand the pain that they are feeling. So if you cannot comprehend, everything to the person is saying is going to be nagging. So I said that's at the most two underrated things because people think love is about sex. I want to go there and go and nag. No. Once you learn how to communicate and comprehend, then that is what people say, I want to marry my friend. That's friendship. That point that you're not looking to argue. You just want to know where this person is coming from. So I think if we take communication and comprehension very serious, marriage will work. Let's learn to talk. There's nothing like, my husband is not a talking type. Every man is a talkative. Everyone is a talkative. It's until you're comfortable around that surrounding. So make people comfortable enough with you to talk to you. Communication is love. Anybody you talk to constantly, you can fall in love. What is love? Is this particular person you talk to 24/7. The moment you stop talking, it stops working. What is misunderstanding? We've broken up. Communication barrier broke. I block you, you block me, nobody's talking to anybody. And if we come back in the next 5 years and meet each other and we continue that conversation, that is it. What is cheating? You cannot cheat with, except you just want to go and pick up a slot on the road. But you cannot cheat with somebody without conversations, without communication. Even the slot self, you first of all talk price now, analyze, take the person to a bar. So people underrate communication a lot. And I think that's the major problem in love. I think because I'm controversial, that Miss Vicky James video was, on the media, because Blessing is controversial, anything I do or say, they have a way of just swindling it. That video started from the way they always bash Vicky James. Anytime she posts her husband, they insult. So one day I woke up and I said, Vicky James is not controversial. She does not even know pitch. She just minds her business. Why are they always insulting the husband? The only thing that she did wrong was to get married. So why are they always insulting the husband? It was based on the insult and dragging that I now said, is it not better you take your husband in to be able to gain more respect? So that thing I said is based on the circumstances that was surrounding, because of the insult was too much. This man didn't do anything. This man is not controversial. The woman didn't do anything. She's not controversial. So, and sometimes when I read the comments, I always ask, what did Vicky James do? Because if it's Blessing CEO, they will say, oh, Blessing CEO, what did she do? So that it was on that light that I said, is it not better you just go in with your husband? So not like I was poking on her. It was from a good light, not from a bad light, per se. So except if you're asking me about posting your relationship on the media, but if it's about Vicky James, that was not me saying, it was based on the drama and insult around her marriage. I just said, no matter how you pretend, when you read all those comments, come on now, you need to be saying, they wrote a lot. So that was what made me say that. It wasn't on the context of, dragging or any other thing. I don't think so. That's her choice. That's her choice entirely, because I feel like when you have a partner that is because we as content creators, there's some messages you need to pass. You need a man to do it. Right? There's just some messages you need to pass. You need that male figure. There was a time when I was not in a relationship and I want to pass a message. I would tell my PA, do you know any guy that can act this with me? But now, when the guy is acting it, he wants to go intimate, I will cut. I say, I'm not doing it again. But imagine if that person is your loved one. It's comfortable to, play. So there's absolutely nothing wrong. I keep saying, so long as you're making money on the media, and so long as that makes you happy, why not? So it's depending on individuals, depending on what you want. And if you have the thick skin, when you put out your relationship out there, a lot of people are waiting for the downfall. A lot of people say, and there are some people that read social media comments. I know a lot of people, celebrities, that come to me even when they come for counseling, what they post. There are some men that are so fragile. We are social media butterfly. We don't chest them. There's nothing you want to say. What if even right now I have calmed down? Why did I calm down with controversy? Because I am in love, right? Now he cannot chest what I can chest. Because I love him, I now considered him. Because now, because they know that blessing see on a coconut head. If they come for me and they can't get me, they will go for him. Right now, there's nothing I post. Oh, no. I don't know if you get. So the problem is, can your spouse chest it? Because it comes with a lot of backlash, whether good or bad. So it's just depending on the individual. If your spouse is comfortable enough, it's fine. If they're not comfortable, I would say just go low key. So it's depending on individuals. This is the controversial part. Oh. I met him. How will I say I even met him? Let's say I met him on social media. I met him. I think it has to be social media. Because I didn't know him from anywhere. They said he was so popular, but personally I didn't know him. So I'm going to say social media, where he said hi and said thank you for voicing out for me even without knowing me. I think that was how we met. Then we exchanged phone number. And at that point he was going through a lot because there were lots of controversy and tragedy surrounding him as of that point. So when I got to him, he was going through a lot of emotional buhaha. The backlash from the social media, the whole drama that is surrounding him. And I was able to pull through. I was able to hold on, as a therapist that I am. I was able to do my job, help him pull through emotionally. And that's it. So I'm going to say social media. Because I'm a therapist and I know that men also cry. I've seen men weep. I know that women can be mean. That was why I took that stand. It was like, let's hear from the man. When things happen like this, it's not always good to throw people under the bus. So, but because Nigerians are very emotional, I think they misunderstood what I said. Because as of then, I don't know this person. It was just the same way anything will be trending. The same way we lost this gospel singer, Osinachi, and everybody jumped. That was the same way I jumped into it. But when we now finally met, people now said it is because absolutely I didn't know him when I made that statement. It was Daddy Freeze, because Daddy Freeze is my friend, and most times when he wants to talk about anything emotional, he invites me to his life. I just aired my opinion openly, and unfortunately, the media they swindled the whole thing around. So that's it. I think the exciting thing was the fact that when I saw him, I realized that this guy is cute too, because the whole pictures I was seeing on the internet was like a different person from who I was seeing on ground. And if I knew this is going to lead, no, it was just me. What I did is what I do for people on a norm, like both publicly and privately. So for me, it wasn't about emotions. It was about, okay, and even getting to see this person, you heard his own side of the story and saw evidence. That was what gave me that mantle to stand. It's not about everything that was on the media was just hearsay. Somebody just trying to tarnish his image. But when I got into the story, I said, there's a lot. It was deeper than quarter of the things that was in the media. In fact, what actually happened did not come on the media. And it has not still come on the media. So I think that was what gave me the mantle to say, okay, this guy, I think it was not just about the scandal that was going through. It was just somebody deliberately wanting to tarnish his image. So that was why I stood. But for us getting to this point, no, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Ivan is soft, right? He's a soft person, and he embraces this masculine aura that he doesn't need to force you to do anything. He just have a way of, talking to you in a soft. So I think that's the masculine energy I've been looking for. We have a lot of feminine men these days that are afraid of women. And because of my personality and controversy, people tend to be scared of me. They take the social media perception and bring it to real life. So he was one person that says, okay, I want to know you for who you are. And he took his time. And I think that's the magic. He's just soft. What's his difference is I'm more mature. I'm a woman. My decision is firm. I now understand consequences and choices. When I got married initially, I was a young girl. I was a small girl. I can as well say, okay, I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. But now, I saw the whole controversy. I jumped into it. So now I'm going to say the difference. I'm not intentional. I'm grown. I know what I want. And when I see it, I can identify it. So I think that's the difference. It has always been real. I think we started off as friends, not content. We were never content creators. Everything I posted was real, but friendship. It wasn't like we were dating, it was just friendship. But I think because then the whole controversy was still fresh, people felt like you need time to like grieve before you start to showcase. But it wasn't showcasing. It was just friendship. It was me saying I got you. It was me saying I'm not ashamed of you because at that point it was as if everybody left. Everybody stayed back. Everybody drew backwards. So it was me telling him, even in your trying times, I'm proud of you and I got you. So nothing stops me from doing anything I want to do behind scene. But I needed people to say I'm proud of this guy. And I'm happy that I did it. That's why I call myself one man mupo. I did it, I stood, and that's it. Honestly, people see what they want to see. Concerning waiting you want to see, that waiting me I they see. Right? But I don't need them to say anything. It's what is called projection. Now, even if you have a perception about him, you're going to see him through my eyes. Now, everybody expected that when I'm in this relationship, they go down blow blessing eye. I head go down shift by now. But you're saying, gosh, the glow. You need to go. In fact, this is one of the most positive year of my life. I read my comment section. I don't used to say negativity again. The glow, blessing, you're adding weight. Are you pregnant? Your skin is glowing. Now, it is not what they expected that they see. Now, I don't even need to allow, you can see through blessing that she's looking better. She has evolved. Now, he cannot be that bad and switch blessing into a better person. If he was that bad, he would even make me worse than I was. Now, if you can see the positivity in blessing, it simply means he's a good man. One thing I understand about the media is they will be all right. I remember when this whole scandal was happening and he was trying to shy away from the media. I would tell him, come out, let them abuse you. When they'll be exhausted. One thing about the media is if you don't allow them to talk, they will always allow them. Sometimes he gets to switch off his comments. I said, let them talk. When they are done, they're going to come around. So I think any way you want to see him is entirely your choice, because the reality is a lot of people are going through a lot. They will always see people based on the way they see themselves. So I cannot project what you are not. So for me, it's not a matter of what they see, it's a matter of what I see. Not be only me that they talk down. Almost all the celebrities were married, they would make you fail. I don't have anything to say to them, but I'm going to say this. Love, relationship, marriage is something you enjoy. While it is blossoming, enjoy it. Sometimes, even if something happens in the future, just pick the beautiful moment. I used to say, peradventure tomorrow, I and IVD doesn't work, I'll be happy for the beautiful memories he gave to me. The fact that he was able to touch a part after 15 years, he made me, I'm a baby. I cherish the moment, right? Me, I'm not a kind of person that clamor, by the special grace of God, we're going to grow old together. Because everybody that they are married, nobody planned for their marriage to go south. That's the honest truth. So anybody that is waiting should continue waiting. And I'm also going to tell those that are waiting, are you sure you're going to be alive to say it, go south? So for me, that's a normal word people use. It's not just for blessing. It's every celebrity that get married, every famous person, they're always waiting, for it to break. And you will not blame them sometimes because they've seen a lot of beautiful stories go south. So it has messed up with a lot of people's brains. So when they see people doing love, now content, they go so scatter. We can't wait for them. There are lots of celebrities that we thought that will not even strive. And I'm going to call one name, Bam Bam and Teddy A. Those were two people in Big Brother, based on the controversy, that we thought will never strive. And look at them today. So never say never. It go shock you. Saying that it's death do us part till we grow old. So I don't have anything to say to them. Just stay tuned and enjoy it. That's all. How would a man want to marry me and I will not know? Most of the engagements are content now. How did you get your ring size? So I saw the engagement coming, but I didn't know the plan that was surrounding it. But I saw it coming. But not like I knew that he was going to engage on that day. So that's how can I go and buy a ring? They always say relationship expert without relationship. Now, suddenly, Blessing CEO bought the ring. And even if I did buy the ring, is it anybody's business? It's my ring. My problem is people always have perception. People did not even believe they were going to go this far. right? Now they don't feel marry. Now lie, the boy na player, he not go marry. Now content creation. So they were shocked. That it's some people are still saying it is still content. So that's it. What else have changed about me? I'm going to say the way I talk. I used to be very aggressive when speaking. I used to be this woman that is very authoritative. If I'm talking, you think I'm shouting. So I think outside social media, I've become so soft. I've learned how to dialogue without a fight, right? Because he's a very peaceful man. You don't need to fight to pass your message, right? He'll just say, I'm listening. So I think I've learned how to dialogue more and how to communicate more without being aggressive, right? I think that's it. We talk. I think that's the most beautiful thing that we have. We are friends. No matter how we quarrel, we'll sit down and we talk about it. For me, the reason why I realize that I love this guy so much is because I do not find it difficult giving him clarity or being accountable to what. If he asks me a question, baby, this is how it is, this is how it is. And I think that's one of the most toughest thing in a relationship, to be accountable to someone. Because I'm a woman who have been independent for a very long time. Man, it took me so long to come and sit down and be explaining myself to somebody. Explain your contacts, explain where you went to, explain. So I think that's what we have that is very, very interesting. We communicate a lot. And there's no amount of anger that makes him not talk. He will always ask, Bubu, what happened? He gives you that opportunity to, explain yourself. So I would say that's the strength we have as friends, communication. No, I'm not scared. I've done social media for, let's say, 9 or 8 years, both for fame and before fame. And I call it evolving. You're not going to do that particular thing forever. Even Instablog, people have evolved. It's not the Instablog of 5 years, right? Instablog did not say, because I'm very good in sarcasm. You switch down from people's graphics. People adjusted over time. You didn't used to do write-ups over time. So I feel like because they are younger ones who desperately want fame, let's allow them. Sometimes when I'm coming, people say, bless you, the trend again. Bless we never see you for blog. I'm tired. Now I just want that peace. I don't want that chaos anymore because I've done it and I have done it. And I feel like I've retired from it. Let's allow the younger ones, take over. So I don't think it's going to take a turn because it's Blessing CEO. It doesn't mean that if you should find my trouble. It's just like Auntie Yabojo when she wears that her black bonnet. It doesn't mean that if you should find my trouble, that I will not give it to you, Basbos. But I'll be more subtle. I'll be more soft. I won't be that aggressive or I'll just ignore you. So it's not going to change anything. People are going to see that Blessing have evolved and they will adjust. They are adjusting to that soft, sweet persona because they've not seen me like that before. So it's kind of a new kind of, like unwrapping somebody. So I don't think it's going to affect me in any way. There are lots of controversial people to take the mantle. I think I've paid my dues in controversy. Stop vlogging when I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass that particular one. I'm not talking about that. Let's let it slide. The best thing about being a mom. What's the best thing about being a mom? I don't know. I think everything. The best thing about being a mom could be the fact that, okay, you could, it's like you're pouring into your future, when you get to see your kids and imagine what they're going to be in future. It's exciting because it's like you're seeing, I don't know how to use the right English to make you, I think the best point of being a mom is the futuristic part of your children, knowing that you're grooming a child to walk your paths, legacy. Let's put it that way, legacy. That tomorrow, if you're no longer there, there's a child to, take your path and remember you. I think that's it for me, legacy. Yes, 3 more, making it 10. Sorry. Don't have people make at 12. Let's be a complete football field. Yeah, 10. Number 1. Don't date someone that malice. Is that this way that keep malice? That's a red flag. Someone who is not emotionally available. That's a red flag. Those kind of people that you think that, when I date them, I will change them. They are not there. They are not there. Number three, anger issues. People who cannot walk on their anger. Because everybody have anger issues, just the same way you want to, portray it. And number four, I'm going to say people who cheat. Cheaters are people who do not have control to their sexual libidos. Those people can be a disaster. It's not even about the person you are dating. It's about being principled. And number five, those people who lie for nothing. There's some people that just enjoy lying. They just enjoy lying for absolutely nothing. It's not because you're going to do anything. They just love lying. Lying to them just feels like they are playing smart. So I'm going to say those 5 red flags is what you should look out for. Because I know that social media is noise. Once their data is off, everything is over. And the fact that I stay true to my belief, because I know that a lot of people who are backlashing don't even have common sense. So if I have something important I'm teaching, why should I allow you to have nothing to say, your voice override me? So that's why I stay true to myself. I have a message. I used to say, you don't need to like me. Just hear me. I'm not here for you to like. I'm just here for you to hear me. That's it. Nah. The more if they figure me out, I'll fizzle away. That's the suspense. Keep misunderstanding me. That's why I'm a book. You go to read. People that didn't like me 2 years ago in my comment section. I didn't used to like Blessing before. I didn't used to comment on Blessing before. No. It is that misunderstanding that makes you a popular person. That gives go and look at our celebrities that people have figured out. They will leave you. They have to keep unwrapping you. That's the beauty about being famous. Please keep misunderstanding me. I don't even need anybody to understand. If you try to understand me, I'll switch. So I don't need that. I like the misunderstanding. It keeps the amount busy. If they post me on blog today and nobody talks, I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm losing my ground. I have to go and look for something to make them talk. Who is Izzy Ogbede? Who is that? Who is that? Tell me who the person is. I don't know who is Izzy Ogbede. Honestly, is she an actress? Who is she now? Tell me who she is. I don't know who Izzy Ogbede is. Maybe use another. Does she have a nickname? I don't know her. Maybe you want to describe her with something that she's popular with. I'm waiting. Do they have nicknames? I need to know if they have nicknames. Call them by their nicknames. I might get to know them. Who are these people? Can you tell me who they are? Maybe when you define who they are, I'll be able to explain. It's just like when you call Two-Face his full name. I might not know his full name, but I will know him as Two-Face. So do they have nicknames? Are there things that they are popularly known for? Maybe it's going to help me identify these people you're talking about. I never born girl before. I had 2 boys. I never born girl. I had 2 boys I get to. God, I beg you. When they carry daughter. 2 girls. If you want to call if I have a daughter again, that is my boo-boo's 4 daughters. I never born girl. Hey, God, I'm not giving birth to a daughter. Is there anybody impersonating to be my daughter? I need to arrest that person. I don't have any daughter, please. Nkechi Sunday. Okay, Nkechi Blessing Sunday. Did I really reconcile with Nkechi Blessing? Well, funny enough, she came at me. And this is not the first time Nkechi Blessing is coming at me. And we are meeting at an event and she's like, yes. I feel maybe she's this kind of person that feels like, oh, whatever is in my mind, I just spit it out, but it's not that deep. So it wasn't necessarily a reconciliation for me. I think she just wanted to make peace. Maybe she was trying to say, okay, it's not deep. No big deal. We are not friends. When people are saying reconciliation, we are not friends. We are just social media buddies. That's just it. So it's just practically just keeping a neutral ground. After we went for a wedding, we cannot go and be doing bad boys in the wedding, right? So that's it. Any business that is private and secretive has so much money. The government alone, tax. If I knew what I knew now, I might never even open a business. Especially when you're a public figure. I think tax, Lagos is just unnecessarily expensive. And because almost everything happened online. In fact, opening an office, a lot of people still want to to talk to you online because online keeps them anonymous. And you know, this is Lagos. Not a lot of people have time to start walking into office after the whole long day and hold up. So I'm just going to say it's the tax and the chaos in Lagos because Lagos is just too populated. That blessing say they're giving our goes. You guys are going to get her back if you guys talk to my boo-boo. It's only him that will say, oh yeah. You know, initially when I was in a relationship, Nkechi Blessing will be like, don't worry, Blessing, I don't want to talk to you now because I want to go and take permission from my man. Now, if you guys do for my trouble, I'll go and take you. If my man say do gbas, I will do. But if he does not say, I have to stay soft and gentle, I'm not under a man. Now, should people say I should be submissive? We'll let you guys know. I'm not gonna calm down. To plan wedding is not easy. We'll keep you guys posted. Calm down. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. Please don't forget to subscribe for more exciting episodes on Off Camera with Insta Blog Niger Media. We wanna bye.